Greetings. So, I've heard this quite a lot, and it is like one of the easiest, billionaire escape tactics, or it's like such an over discussed talking point. And it's the idea that AI is going to come and it's only going to take the jobs that humans don't want to do, that we don't want to do, so that we can focus on what really matters. And it's so against reality because, like, the reality of the situation is like most humans can't fully enjoy or do their job or the thing that they want to do. Um, Not so much because they hate their job, but because whatever their job has them doing isn't paying them enough for what they're doing. Like, it's hard to stay very motivated in pursuit of what you're doing when what you're doing isn't what you want to do. But it's even harder when you're doing something that you really like, but you know it's not sustainable, or you will have to leave this position because the amount of money coming in just isn't enough for you to exist on. It isn't enough for you to subsist on. And the idea that, oh yeah, these AI, it's going to come and take the jobs that humans don't want to do, the small things we don't want. Who told you that they don't want to do that? Who told you that the person in the factory doesn't like their job? They don't enjoy going to work every day. I know it's a big thing, in work culture to act like you don't like your job, but the vast majority of people, or a good chunk of people, I won't say the vast majority, I won't even say a good chunk, I'm sorry, that was an over exaggeration. A lot of people, though, enjoy their work. They enjoy the work that they do, and they wish they get paid more so they don't have to look elsewhere for other jobs or other forms of work. There are a lot of baristas who really enjoy making cups of coffee. They enjoy what they do. There are a lot of waitresses and waiters who really enjoy the job. Bartenders absolutely enjoy their job, and a good chunk of them, those are exceptions. They get paid off tips, and their paychecks can look really, really nice, especially compared to some of these other jobs. But even things as simple as, like, and this is going to sound crazy. I know it sounds crazy to me, because I personally wouldn't like this. There are people who are just proud of their job at working at some fast food restaurant. They are proud of doing that. They enjoy coming in every day with a purpose and doing something that they want to do. And that's one of the first ones that you think about, right? Oh, the AI, it's just going to take jobs that we don't want to do so we can focus on other things. Focus on what? And if this is a job that humans don't want to do, right? If this is like, oh, most humans wouldn't want to work at fast food, right? We can all agree with that. If that is the case, then that doesn't change the fact that if you are a human, and especially if you live in the United States of America, you have to have a job no matter what. So it really doesn't matter, Oh yeah, oh man, this is wonderful. Man, this is a wonderful thing. I'm working at fast food, but AI just took my job. Now because it took my job, I can go get a job that I really wanted. Obviously, like, they're there, or most people, right, are in the position that they're in because they don't have a better opportunity to make more money doing what they want to do. And again, for the people who are in a position, which is a good chunk of people who enjoy their work, a lot of them don't get paid the amount that they want to get paid for doing that work. Otherwise, they'd be extremely happy. Otherwise, they'd be bursting with joy. And can you really get angry at certain people in certain positions for not being the most joyful and happy spirit and soul when you're the thousandth person they've had to interact with today? You don't know what lunatics they've had to see or appease before you came up. And at the end of the day, the check they're getting at the end of the week isn't satisfactory. It's not. It doesn't fit what 8 hours of existence in a place is like. And this question or this idea, once they raise minimum wage, if they do that, inflation's gonna go crazy. Brother, do you still believe that? Do you genuinely still believe that at this point, if we raise inflation collectively across the United States to $15 per hour, just every other business is gonna go out of business? Oh man, nobody can sustain, nobody can live anymore. Do you genuinely believe that? With as much as everything has inflated without that happening, do you really believe that that's going to be the end of the world? Do you really think that's going to be the end? And if that did happen, right? If collectively, across the board, companies that could do it raised prices, raised incomes for their employees, you would see an increase in spending, an increase in general behavior or market sentiment, consumer sentiment towards their futures and towards the market that they're participating in. You'd see increased sales and purchases across the United States, and it's not for any other reason except for the fact that humans are irresponsible and humans want to spend the money that they make, but it gets to a point to where you're making so little comparative to the constantly rising cost of living that you cannot be responsible without literally going homeless or hurting yourself significantly. Like, you genuinely have to make major decisions and thoughts that, no, boomers did not have to think about. People in the 80s and 90s did not have to heavily consider. But you now genuinely have to consider whether or not what you're about to purchase, what you're about to do, or any lifestyle change that you'd like to have or you'd be considering is something that could potentially, end you, end your financial future, and end your security in the country that you live in. That's it. Like, obviously, that's it on the talking point. But, like, obviously, the AI is going to take the jobs that people don't want to do anyway. Yeah, they might not want to do them, but, like, at least it's something. At least they have something that they can do. You know. Oh man, yeah. Once eventually, when AI takes away all the other jobs, we can all just become we can all increase our IQs to 150, and then we can all code for the rest of our lives and use our computer science degrees, and we can all start startups. Actually, we can all start startups and go get investor funding, and we can all just subsist off of the subscription services that we give to each other because we all have SaaS companies, and yeah, it's just an infinite Ouroboros, infinite Ouroboros of somehow everybody having money, despite nobody having jobs or getting jobs or nobody being needed for most jobs. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. That's all. Have a good day.